Hey everybody, so this is a cute couple. Now this is not the couple I'm talking about, but I saw a post. This guy uploaded the picture, and he's like, "Oh, when you see a white guy with a sister, he get the baddest sister in town." So I thought it was cute, and so cute couple here. She's got it going on, and I wanted to talk about what happened. A conversation I had with a divestor. Listen, girl, been there, done that. So here's the deal, as in the depiction of this cute couple here. It's a black woman. Again, it's not them specifically, but I thought it was really cute in the video that was made. So anyway, um, so just like this picture here of this cute couple, the couple I'm referring to is interracial, and I had a conversation with the wifey. Okay, so it's a black woman married to a Caucasian male. So she said she did not want her husband to have any black male friends. And I'll tell you why, what happened. And I kind of had an idea where she was coming from, been there, done that. I've had one to say to my husband, this was years ago, "Oh man, she always got you doing something. I just come home, I just sit down and I just relax. You know what I'm saying? I just sit down, watch TV. She's always got you doing something." And this was a man that you know, I figured had limited brain cells. And it's like, well, let's see, besides a home, having a rental property, things have to get done. Having a business and a rental property. At this time I had an office. Yeah, things have to get done. It's a partnership. He's like, she's always got you doing some things for her, making out a list for her to do, yada yada yada, and you just get to doing. So the man he was speaking with, it was a black man, and he's just basically saying, hey, he just comes home from work, he just sit down. Obviously, by your waistline, I can tell that. By your waistline, I can definitely tell that. Not missing any meals on you, buddy. But anyway, and then I thought about this lady I used to work with. She was like, oh, this white man, that old white man doesn't have anything else to do. He always working on his house. When she said that, I knew one thing. I wouldn't have said that. My husband, he just sitting down the same thing, watching TV. She said, our fence falling down. He tried to put a board up there. So you're saying the other party is doing nothing, he's working on his house because he has nothing else to do? It might be a thing called, I don't know, pride. It might be a thing called concern about the property value. I've seen black men walking on their homes. People not in these home improvement centers just to be walking around. You understand? So that's the kind of husband that she has. Dust bucket. Stuff falling down, needs painting, needs trim, needs fixing. Just, hey, whatever. He just come home, sit down in his old dust bucket butt. So in this case here, so that I can relate. So I kind of saw this coming when she told me. So she was like, hey, she didn't want her husband to have any black male friends, and here's why. And I think it's the phrase that he's choosing. This shit does not surprise me. So she's saying, you know, he was hanging around, I guess, encountered some new friends. And not to sound elitist, the job description alone it speaks volumes. Okay, so you know how you meet people, they do some work for you, like, oh hey, we can have like you meet so and so. So it's like two sets of friends. Sorry to say, you have the ones that are business oriented on the same financial level, and then you got them over there. And I think sometimes people do that in different cultures because they're trying to, hey, relate. Hey, I got some black friends. That's how I see it. Even they have an interracial marriage. So she said what happened was, um, he came to her and he was like out of the blue, and I guess they'd been discussing this and he'd been pondering this, and he says, you know, some men, they feel like women want them to do everything. Huh? Yeah, they feel like women want them to do everything. And that, what they say they're looking for, some men feel that they're looking for a partnership. You know what I mean? When we put all the money together, and since when? And I know this couple, is I have my own bank accounts. So I said, oh, okay. And so he's like, yeah, some men feel that, hey, women want men to do everything. You know what I'm saying? They want men to do everything. And they think that maybe sometimes, hey, it's not fair. That's how they feel. What do you think about that? So she can put two and two together. Ain't nobody slow, bro. All of a sudden, he wants to get into, and she's kind of like me, the same thing. We have our own accounts, own brokerage account, banking account, business, personal, separate. So they pretty much have the same setup. And the same thing, now you have some where he has accounts, my name is on it, or extra cards, things like that I can use as a spouse. Yes. So she does well for herself. And she's like, yeah. And I said, so basically, let me guess, those dust buckets he were hanging around, those 2 or 3 dust buckets that's new to the scene, the little worker bee. I said, uh-huh. I said, I'm not surprised. So I told her my experience with one, and I said, yeah, so we nipped that in the bud real quick. I said, I'm not surprised. So now her husband, he pays like about 80% of the bills. 80%. And so she has her own income. So of course, when a man paying for the place to live, he's paying for pretty much, I guess, yeah, pretty much everything. She has her own cash, stuff like that. So anyway, he pays for the majority of the bills. So now all of a sudden, the dust buckets, they have been expressing their opinions, and now they have an issue with it. And you can tell because now all of a sudden this interesting conversation has made its way home to her. And so she's like, well, what do you think about it? He's like, oh, I'm just saying that some men feel that way. I said, oh, girl, he's trying to check the temperature. He's trying to check the temperature. I said, I can already tell you what's happened. What's happened is this. The dust buckets, they're hanging around. They see the setup, and they think that setup that you have is too good for you as a Black woman. Number one, they can't afford to support nobody. Because guess what? This is 2 of them are grown men. They are roommates. I'm just nothing wrong with that, but let's be real. And it's not because they want to be. No, they have to be. If they were not roommates, they would be homeless. Just so you know. If they were not roommates, they would both be homeless. I said, so do you think they would say that to your husband if you were Caucasian? I said, but you're a Black woman, so they're asking questions, and people exchange what their setup is in conversation, and so they've analyzed it, and I think that they think that that's just too good for you, that you're not deserving of this. This is too good. They can see you going to work every day, and you're just paying 20%. He handles the credit card bill. The fact that you get to use the card and he pays the card each month, they think that setup is too good for you. They know you're an interracial couple. I said, do you think that they would be saying that if you were Becky? You think Maria Ling Ling? Do you think they would? I said, so that right there, I think they're only saying that because you're a Black woman. They're used to seeing a Black woman struggle. Oh, it's so hard. What am I going to do? They want to see you scuffling. Scuffling. So the fact that you're not, I said, it just shows you, this is just indicative of the hatred that they have for us. I said, but the fact that you kind of put on display, your husband's kind of like, oh, that's just what they think. Uh-huh. And you're going to think yourself into a world of trouble if you try to adopt the ways that he does this. I said, that right there, it speaks volumes. I said, they cannot imagine you. They don't think you deserve it because the self-hatred is that strong. And if you were another nationality, man, that's how you do it. That's what I'm saying. That's how I wish I could do that. But no, they're so used to seeing us as Black women on the struggle bus. For you to have that kind of setup, it just you're just clenching their dusty little hearts. It's just making them so mad. So now they come with some old shared, like a partnership 50-50. You want a 50-50, honey, go start a business. You want a 50-50, go start a PLLC or LLC. You can go do that. It's, I said, this is interesting. I said, so if he has a problem with it, I said, so when you guys start a family, then maybe what you should go ahead and do, well, let's say once you have a child, let's have it all ironed out. And what you can go ahead and keep your job, and then he can go ahead and work and take care of the kid too, because they both have income. I said, that right there, it's exactly, it is no. I said, that right there, see, all this partnership thing, it's really not a partnership in most marriages, because let me tell you something. Women are sitting up here working full-time jobs. Full-time job. Then you come home and you are a mom and you are a wife. You go to bed at night when it's late after the dinner's done, the cooking and the cleaning. Sweetie, you can miss me with all of that. And raising the beautiful children. You don't have time for you. And everybody's different. Where's the partnership in that when one of somebody's coming home just chilling? Come home and turn the TV on. I said, so the fact that he's bought that, I said, they're having this discussion, he's checking the temperature. And you need to make sure you check this real deep and quick. Once again, I said this here, it does not surprise me. I've already seen this before with a Dusty. I've already seen this before. I've experienced this. Low vibrational. Love to see struggle. So yeah, she was like, I just don't want him to be friends with black men. And not to say that all black men have this mentality or think this way. It's these low performing dust buckets. Like I said, when you look at the rest, you look at the people involved here, the people that they know, the dusties are at the bottom. Again, two of them are roommates. Guess what? But they can't afford their own place. Used to struggle. So yeah, I let her know you're gonna have to go ahead and check this. We're not changing nothing around here. It's working just fine. But again, the bigger thing is to realize this is the self-hatred that they have for black women. They love to see us having a hard time and can barely make it. Heaven forbid you're working and you're keeping most of your check and doing what you want to do with your finances. Why don't you discuss man thing as far as like building? So she's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, girl, you know where it came from. He knows enough not to invite them to like dinner parties and things like that. For business people, he knows that they're not going to fit in because you're a bottom dweller. And not just by not, to someone's job, but your bottom dweller by the way you think. You're the seed of poverty D, and you speak it so freely. So yeah, you're gonna have to check that. You're gonna have to check it. So I want to share that with you. If you've experienced anything similar to that, I know I have, and like I said, that was shut down day one. She always got you doing something, man. I always got you doing something. And what do you do besides sit up on your butt? Collecting dust. So this here, I said, it just speaks volume. Man, black women, we have no friends. They love to see us suffer. Misery loves company. And what do you expect? What can you possibly expect given the dynamics of the country and how people are positioned? We know who collectively is at the bottom. And that's why they want to just bring you down with them. So yeah, I don't know. You need to go ahead and put this in check. This is nothing new to me. I've had one the same thing talk with my husband and then just complain. Why she got you doing this? Man. That's whining with you. Man. They just hate to see us happy. They hate to see us with a come up. Sad but true. Hate to see us have a come up and to be happy and rest in our femininity. They don't want to see that. They want to be struggling and how am I gonna scrape up $3? That's not her world. That's why she got with who she did. So yeah. So that's why she made this statement. When she told me that, before we even got to the meat and potatoes of the conversation, before she gave me all the particulars, I already had an idea what that was about. Already. It speaks volumes. Where's the conversation about building, maybe a business? Where's that conversation? They are. Sitting around wondering what are we gonna do? Go ahead and put them on mute. Baby, back her energy. That's what they're doing. Sitting around wondering what are we gonna do? Worried about our pockets, our finances. Dusties, as I said before in that jingle, we will end you. And I'm out. I gotta go. Thanks for listening. Let me know your thoughts on it. Bye. Ready?